Yo, what's good? It's a boy Views, and a couple of days ago, we actually got some huge news regarding Jujutsu Kaisen, so let's talk about it. Jujutsu Kaisen Hidden Inventory / Premature Death compilation movie is officially announced for 2025 in Japan. The original tweet has so far gained over 6.2 million views. Damn, this anime is popular. And when I saw the news, it just made me realize that anime is entering a new age. Over 2 weeks ago, Attack on Titan, the final season, Part 3, the final chapters, Specials 1 and 2, The Last Attack, was officially going to be released as a film in Japan later on this year. And now MAPPA are going to be releasing the first arc in season 2 as a compilation movie. And future big anime films like Demon Slayer, The Infinity Castle, and Chainsaw Man, the Reze arc will also be released as movies. It just all but confirmed to me that the future of anime is definitely going to be in the movie theaters, and I feel like that all began with Demon Slayer the Mugen Train. When that movie came out, it made a whopping $500 million overall, and most of it came from Japan. I just can't help but think, what if that movie was released at a time when the world was not in a doom and gloom place? And I feel like Ufotable have realized that, which is why they have released all their arcs in their final 2 episodes as these compilation films, as ever since then, every year they have been releasing the last 2 episodes of a season and then the first episode of their new season. And now they're going to release one of the final arcs as a movie in a trilogy format. I feel like that made all these animation studios go like, oh, Ufotable are going to bring in that dough. We want that dough too. But what do I feel about this new change in the way anime is being released? Honestly, I'm actually mixed on it. On one hand, I really like this idea. I personally feel like most anime work better as movies than TV shows, especially a show like Demon Slayer. I feel like Demon Slayer as a series is more of an event that should be enjoyed in one sitting. I do feel like after season 1, every single arc after that first season should have been a movie, as waiting every week for these 20-minute long episodes just doesn't feel that satisfying. But combining all of those episodes and just putting it into one movie does feel a lot more satisfying. Demon Slayer arcs feel like events, and they should be enjoyed in possibly the biggest format possible, as the animation is so solid and you want to watch on the big screen. Shows like One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Attack on Titan, Code Geass, and Naruto-kun should all be TV series, and I would not have it any other way. These animes focus more on the storytelling and the world building, and you need a series of episodes to expand the universe, expand the world, expand these characters and their interactions. I mean, you wouldn't want to see Game of Thrones as a series of films. I think that would have been a disaster. But then you have shows like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball Super, which in my opinion work better as movies than they do TV shows. These series focus more on the fights and the action than really having any in-depth story, lore, or world building. Yes, they do have a bit of plot there, but people really go to watch it for the action. I don't want to trigger people, I say this with good faith, but shows like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Dragon Ball Super are on the same level as Avengers movies in my opinion. I feel like the way the plots are structured in those animes work better in movie format, as they feel more like events. The stories do tend to happen just in the moment. I mean, I can't even imagine Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame airing as 20-minute long episodes week to week. That would be a sluggish disaster, ruining the pacing and the tone and the mood. This is one of the main reasons why I believe Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Acolyte, The Mandalorian, and all these other Disney Plus shows that Marvel and Lucasfilm have been releasing should have always been movies to begin with. I think I would have enjoyed them, and I think the fans would have too. Some things just don't work as TV shows, and some things just don't work as movies, and that's the way I feel about how shows like One Piece, Naruto, Code Geass, Attack on Titan, and Full Metal belong as TV shows, and anime such as Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball Super, heck, even Sword Art Online all work better as movies in my opinion. However, on the other hand, usually when anime films are released, it does take about 3 months for it to be released in the West, and because of that, spoilers could be released online by the Japanese audience, and
that's no good.
But I do feel like the studios are starting to notice the demand for anime films to be in cinemas by the Western audience, as My Hero Academia is going to be released in October, 2 months after it was released in Japan. So they're starting to shorten the time it takes for it to be released in Japan to the West, which is a little bit better than waiting 3 to 5 months. In conclusion to all this, I do feel like after 2025, we are definitely going to be seeing a shift with how certain arcs get released. I would not be surprised if the final few arcs of JJK's manga get adapted into movies. And I feel that is telling by the release of this hidden inventory arc being released as a compilation. If it does well, then Toei MAPPA production committee could go along and start releasing JJK in the cinemas from now on. I mean, Chainsaw Man, the next canon arc, is going to be a movie, and that is definitely going to do really well. I think I'd feel better just watching it as a movie than just waiting week to week, because Chainsaw Man having to wait week to week for each episode to come out was painful. But overall, I'm really excited for the change, but I do hope that they try and shorten the time it takes for it to be released in the West, just to avoid spoilers and all that. But mate, who doesn't want to see some of these gorgeous animations on the big screen? Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of it? Are you excited for the future of anime being released in cinemas, or do you prefer watching it week to week on the TV? Tell me. Like for more anime videos. Thanks for watching. Boy, do the view, signing out.